'Cause I'm a punk rocker, yes I am. Oh fuck, come on. Why do you always do this? Why do you always do this? Hold on. If I can, I'm probably going to start if I can, I'm probably going to start streaming in like early on in the morning. Also, I think allergies are hitting today. Okay, I have done that. I forgot to bring up OBS. Hold on. My computer's about to crash because of many things. Huh. Okay, wow. Something seems different today in today's huh. Things seem darker on OBS. Like other than that, everything seems fine. Oh. Wait a minute. Okay. Anyway, did I ever make the portal to the I forgot I'm still working on the portal to the Nether. Do I have my bucket? Yes, I do have my bucket. There we go. All right. And now we shall wait longer. Okay. Honestly, can I make this? No, I cannot. I'm dead. Goodbye, everybody. Wait, how did that Enderman get there? Hold on. Was it something I missed from last time I was doing this? Okay. Today is just gonna be a casual day. Not really much. Okay, so what needs to happen is okay. All right. All right. Honestly, I think I might just get rid of this because yeah. Also, I want to expand the platform a bit more. No, I missed how I had every opportunity and I missed. Hold on. Okay. Let's how did you get here? Now we're going to sleep. I'm getting how did he get there? Wait, is there a oh no. Wait, don't tell me. How did you spawn there? How did he spawn here? There shouldn't really be away from the spawn. He spawned on there right there here. Yep. You know what? I'm gonna make it so that I'm gonna make it so that they shouldn't get take this, take this. Okay. just how are we doing? You know, you know what? I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take that. That feather falling might help. Okay. What was the goal here? I remember that there was a goal. I remember that there was a goal. Also, I want to get I want to get I don't remember. Oh yeah, that's right. We're trying to get another villager. Pillager, villager, whatever. Obviously, some people are gonna get bad. Actually, you mean villager, not pillager. They're two different things. And I'm like, fuck you. I know what I said. I don't know why I said it that way. Can I make this jump? No, I cannot. Bye, everybody. Okay, so it looks like I am missing one. Hmm. Got 4. How much? How many much do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I need one. I need like only a very few, a little bit more. Yes. I've been getting like a lot of stuff on like Instagram Reels. Um and oh, that nearly killed me. And also on like YouTube Shorts. That are just nostalgia. Best way I can describe them. Actually, I'll take that. Hmm. Best way I can describe them is nostalgia. Also, how do you that's another thing I want to ask is, how do you pronounce it? Nostalgia or nostalgia? No, many people are gonna get mad about this. Also, I wanted to do Payday, but I ultimately decided against it because I was like, I just want to just chill. I don't really want to do much. I just want to chill. One thing about zombies, they don't swim. They just sink. You know, actually, I'm gonna say this before. I actually have several things I want to talk about. Um, First things first. So I'm listening to. Also, I'm being really careful not to stand up here. I literally just I came back from Bible study, wanted to lay down, and I got up and just put a shirt on. That's it. So anyway, um, so I was on YouTube Shorts, and a video came up, and it's one of those videos that it's kind of spicy, but they're censoring a lot of stuff, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. You're censoring it, and obviously because it's on YouTube, it doesn't really show. It shows like only 10 seconds. It doesn't really get into like, oh, this is a spicy video. It doesn't really get into that. However, there was a part of it that pissed me off. A certain censor that kind of did just piss me off. And no, it's not the censor you think. No. So censorship. People that are doing censorship. We're censoring fucking cigarettes now? Like, I get, like, the other stuff. I get the other stuff. Like, I don't have a problem with you censoring the other stuff. Like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you don't want people to... Yeah, that stuff is inappropriate. You don't want people to see that. Right? Like, it would be socially unacceptable for you to, like, show this to kids or show this to, like, a family. It would be, it would be inappropriate, right? Okay, makes sense. Smoking, on the other hand, like, okay, yeah, I get it. It's not good for you. You shouldn't be smoking. I agree with this. Okay, you should not be smoking. but you're coming over and censoring it because why? Because why? Like, what is the reason for censoring this? And no, it's not. And I can tell you, it's not for the same reason that we're censoring all the other stuff, because I know this because I can because I can like go to work right now. I can go to work. Not right now. It's like 8:49. Well, actually, I could. I could go to work right now, and I can probably find like at least 3 people smoking. At least 3, either smoking or vaping, whichever one. I can go down to my local. I can go down to my fucking what's it called? To like the convenience store that's like about like less than a mile away from my house, and there's gonna be someone smoking out there in public. So like if we're trying to like if we're trying to get to the point of like, oh, we should censor this because we should like make it socially unacceptable to do this, then yeah, that makes sense. But why are we but that's not the reason we're getting at here. So why are we doing it? I don't know what reason why they're censoring it, but that specific censoring I know is not the reason. Okay. Anyway, also, also, what was it doing? Okay, yeah, okay. I just remember what I was doing. Okay, where am I? I mentioned that baby zombies don't don't swim. And that reminded me of the first time I ever heard of someone who could not swim was from the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when Augustus Gloop falls into the chocolate river. His mom cries out, "Help! He cannot swim." And I remember asking my parents that, like, why can't he swim? I couldn't understand why. And to this day, there's some people I just don't understand. Like, if your bones are extremely dense to the point where you, like, just will sink to the bottom, I understand. I need to make this. I need to make this baby spawn proof. I have an idea. I have an idea. It's kind of stupid though. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. You really annoying me. But like so sometimes 4. Okay, hold on. It's just that sometimes I don't understand like why people just don't ever learn how to swim. Because the reason why is because I'm going based off like my own thing here, and this is basically like going on the sense of like how I learned how to swim dep like depends on who you ask. My mom, if you ask her, she's like, "Oh, we gave you floaties, we made sure that you learn how to swim, you went onto the swim team, all of that." My dad, on the other hand, is, "You don't know how to swim." No, I do not. Yeet. Yeah. My dad teaching me how to swim was more of like making figure out on his own. But the point is, like, the way how it was they took one look at me and were like, yeah, this kid's gonna need to know how to swim. We're not gonna we don't want to be those people who just never teach their kid how to swim. And like sometimes I still don't understand like why people are like, yeah, we're not gonna teach this kid how to swim. We just don't want to. And like, look, I understand if like like you don't have your own pool. We don't have our own pool. We just went to like the neighborhood pool. Went to like a neighborhood pool, or whenever we were invited, just went to pool parties. Or whenever we were invited to pool parties. That's the thing. Like that's another thing. It's like you don't even have to have your own pool. Lake, public pool, your own pool, pool parties, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna put the thing back up there when it's done. But like you can teach people how to swim even on land. You can teach people how to swim. Do I have any more wood in here? Why, yes, I do. Not a lot though. Oh yeah, I forgot that I had this. What do I have up here? Nothing. Okay. Where do I got all my axes? I'm gonna get this. Okay, now where do that be? Okay, I'm gonna break you down. Like, the thing is, because to me, like, okay, look, I'm going on a complete, like, look, if there is a reason that you don't know how to swim, then okay, there is a reason. I'm just going because, to me, I personally don't, like, someone's gonna come in here and be like, oh, you're so insensitive. You don't, like, there are people who are not, oh, look, I understand that. I understand that. I'm talking about, like, my own personal point of view. Like, if there is a way, please explain it. Okay, so 4, 6, 8. Okay, like, then please explain it to me because I personally like, cannot imagine, like, why, like, like, probably shouldn't have done that. Go ahead. No. No. Down. Bad. Actually, what I should do first is I should go and get some. And it's mostly because, like, they did not let me, like, grow up without learning how to, learning how to swim. Even for my first job, I ended up being a lifeguard. I'm not joking. I was a lifeguard for my first job. Um, I can go on a story about that, but nah. I'll think of a story about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Wait. But how much doth we got? Okay, so 1. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got it. What do I currently got? Oh yeah, that's why I came back up. Where is my pickaxe? Wait, hold on. Do I have another pickaxe in here? I do. Okay, so I'm safe for just a little bit longer. However, I am going to make another one. 3, 4, 4, 5. 5. Okay, so let's make ourselves... Okay. So, yeah, anyway, I've been getting, like, a lot of, like, nostalgia videos on my feed. And some of it feels nice, some of it just feels sad, because it's like, some of this stuff is just gone now. Like, it's just gone now. I got this. I might have made a mistake, but don't worry, I got this. Yes. Yes. No. Okay. Don't worry, guys. I figured it out. I can't turn it to peaceful mode, though. Now. Oh no, that's already. Nah, that's already. Ooh, more discs. Okay, I'll take that. Take that. Oh, okay, we got more. Why? Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. So yeah. Also, another thing is that what a lot of people forget is that like people will put like 90 like people who were born in the 90s like what they experience and people who were born in the 2000s what they experience as like two separate things. Like people honestly believe that people in the 2000s didn't experience the same things that the kids who were born in the 90s experienced. But what they forget is that a lot of what happened in the decade of the 90s spilled over into the 2000s. A lot of it did. Not all of it, but a lot of it. I'm not even twisting you guys up. How does this keep happening? I have nearly destroyed this headphone set several times because of like I don't know. Okay, and guess what? 5. Oh, looky here. I have this. You cannot stop me because I'm doing this. I don't know what I'm singing. Okay. Oh, hey. Okay. Okay. Depending on how sensitive you are, action movies can be horror movies. Someone's gonna get mad at that. I guarantee it. Okay, you know, I'm gonna put that in there. I don't really need that. Why do I have moss? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. So I can make more moss. I forgot to put this away. What's this one? Nope. Was this one by any chance? Yes, it was. In fact, boom. There we go. And since I've done that, let's expand this a little bit more. Well then. So what's gonna happen is that after I'm done, oh, hold on, I need to put this away. Okay, we just need a little bit more. We just need like one more. After I'm done with this, after I put this down, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna put some stuff down. There we go. Ba da da, ba ba da 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 da. Now from all different ends, I should be able to get and I got another iron ingot. I am now out. Oh, it's a good thing I came prepared. Don't worry, guys. I know how we're gonna get a zombie villager easily. We just slash creative mode. Okay, wow. I'm getting a lot more, like, loot that's not so spread out. Okay, do I have any in here that... Okay. Okay. There we go. Boo doo doo. Doo 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 doo. Oh wait, I have this. What am I thinking? Now what am I thinking? Put that there. Okay, now we're gonna take this, put this. Actually, I'm gonna take this and put that there. I wish there was a button that just allowed you to just like click and everything got sorted. I wish, but alas, it cannot happen. There we go. Now all of this is pretty much just gonna be like fuel for like when we get enough to make a super smelter, which that's what this island is gonna be. It's probably gonna be a super smelter. Should I start getting that ready? I'm gonna start getting that ready. Okay, okay. Automatically, immediately. There we go. Boom, immediately. Done. Okay, now I'm gonna go and get this, and I know someone's gonna be like, why are you still using wooden axes? Well, it's because I made a whole bunch of wooden axes, and I'm gonna use them all. I'm not, before I start using cobblestone. So let's start using these. Do I have anything else? Nope. You know, you think that stone cutter I would also be able to use, be able to use it on, what is it called? On wood because it's just a saw blade. Like I know that there's like stone cutting blades out there that are not meant for wood, but like when it like when you look at the what is it called? Why can't I run? When you look at like what the stone cutter looks like, it's just a saw blade, which can easily be used on wood. You would think, but no. But in fact, no. Okay. Anyway, it's a good thing I got this. Look at this. Look, that's just a saw blade. That is just a saw blade. But I can't. But I cannot. Okay. Do do do. Do 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 do. Also, I know that the floor doesn't look pretty. It's not supposed to look pretty. It's supposed to be a platform. That over there is where the witch stays until we get another some ability. Hey guys, I did a little bit of mining off camera. We started in this dirt hut over here. Hey guys, I did a little bit of mining off camera. Where in the last video, I started off in this dirt hut and I had this mine and I made this mine right here. But I did a little bit of mining off camera, and now we have this. You know, I'm gonna show you the inside. You know, I made this entire thing in this world as a joke. By the way, this was like my lame excuse for like making mountains, so I just made this. I'm not joking. That's literally why I made this entire thing. But you know what? I'm actually gonna show because I actually made an interior for this, despite the fact that it only lasted a few seconds. Yes, yes, this is all made of netherite because I committed to the bit. This is what the inside looks like. This is what I couldn't figure out what to put over here. This is what the inside looks like. I made this specifically. You know, I just realized something. Hold on, because this shush. One moment, please. Yeah, why didn't I think of doing this before? Perfect. You know, I never really thought about that, but I think this was like the first time I actually ever thought about making something like that. This is nice. Anyway, welcome to the house that I made after mining off camera in this creative world. Was this the world that I made that red? Was this the world that I made that green screen joke on and just put Rick Ashley on there? No, 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 it was a red one. It was a red one. Anyway, I remember that. Okay. Yeah, think about making another TARDIS one. Anyway, someone's gonna be like, "What did you just call me?" And it's like, "No, TARDIS, time and relative dimension in space." I don't really, but yeah, that entire joke was because like made on that, and I made off of that. That video was made off of that joke, and I don't like to be that guy. Okay, like there's times where it's like I'm gonna do this off camera, but I don't want to be that person. I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I see that you have iron on you. Doth you? Yes, I'll take that. Okay, so I'll take this, do this, and do this, and do this. Okay, and then I believe this goes right here, this goes right there. And then once all this is done, I am going to take all of this and make it into its own thing. Nah. Simply because I just want to get this. Okay. I don't know how it's spawning here. Oh, that's why. That's how. Okay. Well, let's go. Let's take this all up and. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's go. Let's go up. Wow, I think I just talked about everything I wanted to talk about. No, wait, there was another one. Also, where did I get? Oh yeah, that's right, the villager downstairs. Villager down there. I just need to get one more villager, and they'll end up breeding and reproducing all up here. Yeah, I'll expand this out a bit more. I'll expand this out a bit more, and what I'll do is I'll expand it to the point where I'll probably just like do what this is over here, whatever that is, and probably just like expand this way, and then this I do want to be like I want a melon farm, like another melon. I want a melon farm, and I want to get sugarcane as well. Oops, nope, we don't want that. No, we don't want that, do we? Okay, there we go. Okay, actually, do I have the? I know for a fact I have the broken one right here. Where is it? Yep, have that. Yep, I have that. Okay, we don't need it anymore. You know what? You know what? It's not really a tune. It's more of the. Also, look, I don't want to. I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, people are so sensitive nowadays. Look, I don't want to be that guy. Okay. I just feel like that we went from one end of the spectrum of where it was, where it was like people didn't really care too much about like whether your feelings were hurt. Like we went from one end of the spectrum of like no one really cares about where it was no one really cares about like what your feelings are or really like who sees what. We went from like that end to like now no matter what you put on, all of a sudden somehow it's offensive. Like I can be like Dr. Pepper. There you go. Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar Cherry. There you go. And somebody is gonna find out about that and find that and be like, how dare you? And it's gonna be like, what did I do wrong? I keep that there. Keep that there. Keep that thing there. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Like, I think I grew up on like the tail end of that era of we don't really care. Like, okay, hold on. Let me take this. Because like now we're trying to make like things more family friendly, but wait, why do I have this here? Oh, come on! Out of all the village, of all this, yep. All right. I just want lightheaded for a second. I think I'm just gonna take a nap after this. How long have I been going for? 46 minutes. Okay, we almost had one. We almost had. I'm pretty sure I could have gone. Okay. Boom. Boom. I've been on boom, on boom. There is a specific voice that I do that I didn't really notice that I was doing until earlier today when I was playing Payday, and I was kind of annoyed with like Bane constantly telling me, "Oh yeah, go." It's like you need to get into the commissioner's office. You need to get into commissioner's office, and I got really annoyed. I'm like, "Okay, bro, I'm gonna do that." And I remember I did that at one point, and somebody was like, "Why do you pretend to be Muscle Man?" And I'm like, "I'm not." Because that voice is not supposed to be specifically that character. I know there's like a whole bunch of different characters that are like that, but the specific one voice that's supposed to be is it's a very specific video that I saw a long time ago, and only one other person that I know of. His name was Christian. Haven't seen him since high school because well he was a senior. He graduated an entire year before I did. But he is the only other person that I know that knew about this. There's probably many other people that know about this video, but it was a specific. Okay, it was an April Fool's video for a Sonic fan made video. Where what would happen is that I struggle to describe this, but what would happen is that okay, already this is gonna sound weird. Probably not considering it's a fandom. So what would happen is that it's Sonic and another character, and they are about to kiss. And right before you do, Sonic wakes up and is like, "Oh wow, that was a really horrible nightmare." And then the camera would pan out, and it would be one of the other characters saying, "Sonic, my love, what is wrong?" And he'd be like, and he would scream, and then he'd wake up again, say exactly that line again, rinse and repeat, but it's with different characters over and over and over again until I think at the end it landed on Eggman. No one's gonna understand it. People are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" But that was an actual video, and that specific voice has stuck with me for a long time. That specific tone of voice has stuck with me for a long time. It's like, "Oh wow, that was a horrible nightmare." All of that stuff. So like sometimes like there'll be sometimes I'll read like a read read something in exactly that voice. Like for example, there is this picture that says, "Uh-oh." It reads out, "Uh-oh, looks like you did a oopsie whoopsie. Time to get into the forever box." And it just shows a coffin. I read it in that exact voice like, "Uh-oh, that thing," until it gets to the forever box, which is just the most monotone voice ever. Whenever I say like oh, usually that's the voice that plays in my head. It's like oh, and it's usually that. I typically like to do voices. I'm not a voice actor, nor do I claim to be one. I'm gonna eat this because why not? And I'm not a voice actor, nor do I claim to be one. I'm just a guy that likes to do voices. If like I get like somebody comes to me one day and is like, "Hey, would you like to do voice?" It's like, "Hey, would you like to do voices?" And I'll be like, "Yes." You see, the joke is it was from an Asdif thing, where it's like, "Do you want to see a magic trick?" No. Am I gonna have to fucking find it? No, I'm not gonna do it. Just look up Asdif. You want to see a magic trick. Also, I know full well that there is a better way of doing this. 17 times 2. I can do this in my head. I can do this. I don't need a calculator. I don't need a calculator. I can do this in my head. Hold on. 17 times 2. 7 times 2 is 14. So 4 carry the 1. 2 times 1. That's 2 plus 3. Yeah, so that is 34. I need 34. Nah, I'm just gonna make these. Just gonna make these. So yeah, that's typically how I read some certain things. Like there are times where like I'll read something and like I'll read it out loud and I'll read it like in like normal voice, like how I was reading Ecclesiastes yesterday in the last stream. However, um if I'm reading in my head, I will read in a certain voice. The voice that exists in my head is not the same voice that that's another thing. That's another thing that I want to mention is that the voice that exists in my head is not the same voice that I talk with in real life. Okay, I'm gonna make 2 furnaces. And I wrote and I wonder if that's the same thing for other people. 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So yeah, that's what goes on inside my head sometimes. Do I need to seek therapy? Most likely. Oh, and just to make sure that mobs don't spawn here. There we go. That's all we really need. Can't wait to talk to my therapist one day. I'm getting a new one. Alright. How are we going? We've been going for 53 minutes. You know what? I'm gonna record. I am gonna record this last 8 minutes. Last 8 minutes. So hello everyone and welcome back to the Sky Empire. I'm writing that down. I'm writing that down. That's gonna be one. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. So we're gonna do 54 minutes. 50. We're gonna 3. Okay, that was hilarious. That was funny to me. That do be funny. That do be was funny. So yeah, we're just gonna be doing the last 8 minutes of this. So what we're doing is I'm gonna be making. I'm making basically just making the outline of like the super smelter. You know, the one that I put in almost every world. So we've already gotten it out. Someone's gonna be like, "That's not a super smelter." To which I say, "Fuck you." Okay, here we go. Okay, so I put this right here. There we go. There. There. Now that works. Okay. And then we're gonna make one more. All we really need now, after I'm done with this, all we're really gonna need now. I'm also doing this just to spawn like more mobs. I'm gonna spawn more mobs in the I'm spawning more mobs in the what's it called in the mob spawner and the XP farm. go. We're leaving this city behind right now. So everyone gather around the campfire light and sing this song. Kiki Waka, I got a s'more in my hair. Mosquitoes and okay, there we go. I probably should not be singing. There we go. There, outline for it. Now all we need is just the hoppers. So we need 2, 4, 6. We need 6 of those. So 8 times 6, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. And we need 48 wood. But yeah, that's what I've been. So anyone that's watching this video right now, not right now, but anyone that's watching this video when it comes out, because I am gonna edit this. There's not really gonna be much to edit, but I will edit it. And just so you know, this is from a live stream, so if there's stuff that I talk about that you seem like you've missed out on, there's a good chance that you did. There's a good chance that you did, because this is being recorded like with the last 8 minutes of this stream. So yeah. Yeah, I've been grinding, making more stuff. I've been making my way downtown, walking fast, facing past, and I'm homebound. Also, if you've been keeping up with like the videos on this on this series, on this island thing, and you're probably wondering, huh, I wonder why like it seems like so much is being done in between. Is he doing a lot off of camera? Actually, I'm not. This is one of the very few like Minecraft worlds, one of 2 Minecraft worlds where I play only on stream. I play only on stream or on camera. So, you feel like that there's some stuff that you missed out on, you probably need to go and you probably need to start watching my live streams. Best place to do that, Twitch. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait, aren't you also on YouTube? Because I also see you stream on YouTube. Yes, I also am on YouTube. But if you want a reliable way to see my live streams, go on to Twitch, because sometimes OBS does not know what YouTube is for some odd reason. And I stream more on Twitch than I do on OBS. Okay, what was I doing? Okay. Whoop. I got this. Don't worry, I got this. I am going to the last part of this video and stream is going to be me chopping down this tree. So yes, that is exactly what I am doing. Also, if you are watching, if you came to this channel through my clips, through like the shorts and clips, those clips are also taken off of streams, mostly off of Twitch, which once again is me giving myself like promotion to my Twitch channel, because if you want to see more live streams and you don't want to miss out, I try and stream every day, and I try and post my streams on my Discord server. I have a Discord server. Link is in the description. Both on the video and on stream. It's also on my Twitch page. My Discord is on my Twitch page as well. So is my YouTube channel on my Twitch page. So, I post on there. I even post like what's called announcements if I'm going to be out for the day or not. If I'm going to be streaming that day or not. If there is no announcements on whether or not I'm streaming that day, chances are I'm going to be streaming that day. But if I post an announcement saying, "Hey, I'm not really feeling it today," which doesn't really happen a lot, so I might need to get myself checked on that, like, but yeah, I'm usually like sometimes just not feeling it that day, so I'm not streaming. So yeah, come on over to Twitch. You have no choice. You will go to Twitch. Okay, there we go. How much did I need? Alright, obviously, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 48, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. There we go. Alright, here we go. And we are pretty much done. I have streams for more than 8 minutes. Well, I haven't streamed for more than 8 minutes. It's been 7 minutes. There we go. 6. And I'm going to put this here. I'm going to go plant these. So that way we have more trees. I am the Lorax, and I speak for the trees. And for some reason, the trees be speaking Vietnamese. I butchered that word. Alright, but this is just to say, thank you guys for watching. That's going to be it. I'll see you guys later in the next video. Goodbye. As for the stream, I believe we are on Psalms chapter 41, I believe. It's been a while since I read them, so it's been a bit. It's been quite a bit. 40 Psalms chapter 41. Here we go. Psalms chapter 41. Blessed is he who has regarded for the weak. The Lord delivers him in times of trouble. The Lord will protect him and preserve his life. He will bless him in the land and not surrender him to the desire of his foes. The Lord will sustain him on his sickbed and restore him from his bed of illness. I said, O Lord, have mercy on me. Heal me, for I have sinned against you. My enemies say of me in malice, when will he die in his name and his name perish? Whenever one comes to see me, he speaks falsely, while his heart gathers slander. Then he goes out and spreads it abroad. All my enemies whisper together against me. They imagine the worst for me, saying, "A vile disease has beset him. He will never get up from the place where he lies." Whenever my close friend whom I trust, even my close friend whom I trust, he who shared my bread, has lifted up his heel against me. But you, O Lord, have mercy on me. Raise me up that I may repay them. I know that you are pleased with me, for my enemy does not triumph over me. In my integrity, you uphold me, and set me on in your presence forever. Praise be to the Lord, the God of Israel, from everlasting to everlasting. Amen and amen. That was Psalms chapter 41. I will see you guys later. That is going to be it. And goodbye. Follow on Twitch.